Hello and welcome to a new year of Fitness 365. I'm your host, Joyce Jackson. This is the time of year when we re-examine the year that has passed and set resolutions for the year ahead. And while many approach those new goals with charged enthusiasm, it is not long before their resolve can no longer resist the temptation of old habits. On today's show, we will provide you with tools to make lasting changes, teach you how your mental approach is crucial to your success, and highlight the benefits of a healthy eating plan. Time now to welcome back the rest of the crew. She is Leona Brown, strength and conditioning certified specialist. She is the founder of Conversion Fitness and a master personal trainer. Welcome back to Fitness 365.
Thanks, Joyce. Happy New Year. Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. He is D'Angelo Kennard, a strength and conditioning expert and the founder of Advanced Sports Performance. Welcome back to Fitness 365.
Happy New Year, and I want to say happy and fit 2015 to our viewers.
Fit, that's the key, being fit. Right now, do either of you believe in resolutions, or do you re-examine your year as you go along in order to make the proper changes to be fit?
Well, for us, it's a lifestyle. So the changing of the calendar doesn't change our resolve to set and achieve new goals. So we want a commitment versus a resolution.
What about you, Leona? I know you don't like the word resolution. You're more about progress.
Well, progress is better than perfection. And just like our show is Fitness 365, so you're doing fitness each and every day of the year. So just because it's January 1st, 2015 this year, you're just continuing from December 31st, continuing the process to that lifestyle change and wellness.
Now, how do they do change and wellness and have sustainable change?
Once again, it's all about setting achievable goals, so it's a step at a time. Again, for many, it's a lifestyle change, and we want something that's going to be long-term. So we set those small, achievable goals and continue to add on those, and always give yourself a plateau so that you can achieve and reward yourself, and then progress from there.
Fundamentals are going to be key. Fundamentals to exercising, fundamentals to eating, fundamentals, and a strong foundation.
Fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. So we're all excited. Everybody's getting back to the gym, but sometimes we're not performing the exercises correctly. And so that's why we lose our motivation, because we're not seeing the results that we're looking for. But if you're doing the moves correctly, then you'll start to see those tangible results.
What are you going to show the folks today so that they can start seeing results, D'Angelo?
Well, today we're going to focus on some of our basic movements so we can get a full body, complete workout, but attacking it from different paces and different angles so that it's always fresh, it's always fun, and it's always effective.
All right, while you go getting set up, Leona and I are going to talk a little bit more. Everybody's looking for that magic bullet. There are so many programs that are out there right now that are promising easy success. It's not easy.
It's not easy. When you said that, I thought of Alice in Wonderland. You know, you take the red pill, you take the blue pill. You either grow short or you get tall. But there's no quick fixes. There's only lifestyle changes. And that's my mantra. That's what I live by. And that's what I train my clients by. Progress, not perfection. You look at to see what's in the magazines. You see all these shredded bodies. You see everybody, you know, the females in swimsuits. And we look at those things, and that's what we want to look like. But it takes time, it takes work, and it takes dedication each and every day.
And our partner in this show, D'Angelo Kennard, is one dedicated individual. He's going to be showing us how we can change up the pace, what different exercises we can do in order to add variety to our workouts. D'Angelo, over to you now.
Thank you, Joyce. We're going to start with some basic movements today. We're going to incorporate some cardiovascular elements. And today I have Ron helping me out today.
How you doing?
And we're going to start with our chest fly. So initially, we want to make sure that our alignment is proper. As you can see, Ron is seated. His legs are bent at a 90-degree angle because that's important. And his hands are right in line with his chest. So when we begin our chest fly, we want to make sure, one, our elbows are elevated. And imagine yourself hugging a tree. We want to make a circle. So let's go ahead and begin, Ron. You want to exhale on your way up. Good. And back. Perfect. And exhale once more. Breathe. And notice he's coming close, but he's not touching. Normally, you'll see people kind of clapping those weights. We want to avoid that, because we always want to keep tension on the chest. Good. Let's get 3 more, Ron. His core is tight. His back is nice and straight. Good. 2. And our last one coming up. And notice he's still maintaining that bent elbow. We always want to protect the joints and relax. We're going to go right from that chest movement into a squat. So right when you finish your movement, we want to go to that squat. Good. Chest is up. Our chin is up as well. And notice his knees aren't coming in front of the toes. Leona will go into deeper detail on our form. Good. And we want to, again, the legs are an endurance muscle, so we want to also work on the pace. So let's pick up the pace, Ron. Boom, boom. And we're elevating the heart rate. So we went from a muscle movement to a cardiovascular movement. And relax. Good. So next we're going to go from our legs to our back. So we went to our upper body, our lower body, and again we're returning to the upper body. So we're going to make a small adjustment here. And again, you can do this right here at our DPHO center. And let's get our handles here, Ron. Good. Let's attach that one for me, please, sir. And we're going to select our weight. Let's see, we got that already. And we're going to grab each handle. Good. Now, as you notice, when we did the chest, we were seated. We're going to incorporate more of the body by making this movement a standing movement. Good. So let's back you up, Ron. So we want the arms extended. We're going to go to a slight squat. Again, this is to stabilize our body. Core is tight. And we're going to come straight on back, pinching the shoulder blades together. Perfect. Good. And forward. And again, we want to exhale in the explosive part of the movement. So on our way back, we're exhaling. Good. Breathe. Nice job, Ron. Perfect. Push. Good. And let's get 2 more. Good. And our last one coming up. Excellent. He's going to let the weight relax and go right back to that squat. So again, we're elevating our heart rate. Let's start slow. Good. Core is tight still. Chin is up. And let's pick up the pace. Go. Quick, 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 quick. And last one. And relax. So as you can see, Ron is catching his breath a little bit here. Heart rate is elevated. So we have our muscle conditioning and our cardiovascular conditioning. Now we're going to send it back to Leona.
As Dee said earlier, we're going to work on basic form and movements. So the first movement that we're going to do is the push-up. And this is the reason why. Many people start going to the gym, they get on the weights, they want to start lifting all the heavy weights, but they're not strong enough. So this is a good move to do to help you with your muscular strength and muscular endurance. So my good friend and colleague, Shakir, is going to demonstrate the right way to do the push-up, and then we're going to show you also the wrong ways to do the push-up and how to fix it, okay? All right, so the first thing that Shakir is going to do is she's going to get out into a good plank position. This is what we call the plank, okay? Shoulders are aligned, nice, good form all the way down. You can either put your feet together or have them separate, it doesn't matter. Good length there. This is your plank. Good core stabilization. Keep your head up a little bit, all right? Now we're going to go to the push-up. Shakir is going to show you the correct way. Down, up, one good full body movement, and you go ahead and relax. Good. That was a great push-up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you kind of the wrong way that we see people do push-ups and how we're going to correct it. So the first that we're going to show you, is back down in the push-up position for me, is that oftentimes we see people sag in the middle when they're doing their push-ups. And go ahead. Okay, not a good push-up. Relax. So what you want to do is you want to maintain that core stabilization, keeping your hips up right here, keeping your head up. Because remember, wherever your head goes, that's where your body goes. Relax. All right. The next thing we're going to show you is another kind of bad thing we do for push-ups is we like to drop our head. All right? Shakir, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, go ahead, drop your head for me. Now go ahead and do a push-up. You guys see that movement? Not good. Do one more for me. All right, relax. So listen, the push-up is going to give you good resistance, good body resistance, good core movement. This is a move you can do at home, you can do in the gym. Now, if the basic push-up is good for you, now we'll show you a little bit more advanced movements. Now, Shakir, she's a great athlete, but these are really good advanced movements, so it's going to show you how you need to work. So now we're going to transition to what we call the wide arm push-up. Going to bring your arms a little bit wider than shoulder width, okay? Bring it in just a little bit for me, okay? Keeping the hips up, keeping the head up, looking forward, and push up. Perfect form, breathe. All right, relax. Here's the key. You want to make sure that when you're doing the push-up, you're breathing. You're inhaling and you're exhaling. So the power phase is coming back up. So inhale, exhale. Show me one more time, Shakir, okay? All right, wide arm push-ups. Head up for me. Exhale. Good, power phase, and relax. For an even more advanced push-up, we're not going to show it, but we'll just show the form, okay? A more advanced push-up would be close arm. So you want to bring your arms all the way in, Shakir, okay? Good form, keeping your head up. Body still aligned. It's going to be feel your core stabilization. This is what I want you guys to do. I want you to pull your belly button in real tight and activate that core. And working on the triceps, you go all the way down and relax. Now, remember I said Progress, not perfection. So if you can't go all the way down on the push-up, can you show that one more time, Shakir? You don't have to go all the way down. It's nice that there's a good little flex. Push. Now come on back up. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Very good job. So that's your basic push-up. So we did regular, we did wide arm, and we did close grip. How you feeling? Great. Good job. High five. Girl power. All right. So we're going to transition into another move that we see done often in the gym, but we see it done incorrectly. It's your basic squat. I'm going to show you a stationary squat, and then I'm going to show you with the body bar so you can see the proper way of doing the movement. All right, come on in the front, Shakir. I'm going to show you the front view, and then we're going to switch to the side. So the first thing that Shakir is going to do is make sure her feet are shoulder width apart. Good shoulder width apart, okay? The key here is what we focus on this a little bit in the past segment is joint action. We're going to go hips, okay, knees, and ankles. Key thing is keeping the back straight. All right, so go ahead and perform a squat for me. Good, keeping the back straight, coming up. Now pushing down, she's going to push down with her heels. Go. Good, up. Nice. Okay, so this is your stationary squat. Now we're going to transition and we're going to put a body bar on you to show what it would look like if you're squatting with some weight. You ready for the body bar?
I am.
All right, so now this is an advanced movement. If you don't feel comfortable doing it with a bar, stay with the stationary squat until you feel comfortable with the movement. So I'm going to help Shakir out. I'm going to put the bar on the back. We're going to transition to a side view here. So I want you to see basically the form. Now, a lot of people when they're doing the squats, they like to rest that bar right on the top of that vertebrae, which becomes very uncomfortable. So you want to use your trapezius, okay, which is your neck muscle right here. Isn't that laying nice and comfortably on there, Shakir? It shouldn't be painful when you're doing your squats. If it's painful and that bar's on that vertebrae, you want to go ahead and give a nice, good adjustment, okay, so that you're feeling comfortable. All right, the same movements applies, making sure that your feet are shoulder width apart and you have really good balance when you're doing your squat. All right, down, come on back up. Making sure the back is straight, pushing down on the heels. Now, if you want to get a little bit more work, you can spread your feet a little bit more. All right, ready, Shakir? Let's give 2 squats in succession. Down, breathe, up. Inhale, exhale, and there goes your squat. Ready? I'm going to take that bar from you. How'd that feel? Good, good, good. So, we've done push-ups. We've shown you the correct way to do squats. Now we're going to show you another move that you can isolate your glutes and your hamstrings. So now we're going to transition and move this forward just a little bit, Shakir, okay? We're going to transition to what we call stationary lunge. Once again, this is a move that most people in the gym don't do correctly, right? You see a lot of people, they're lunging, they're leaning from side to side, kind of going forward, kind of leaning back. Shakir and I are going to show you the proper way. So first things first, we're going to make sure that our toes are facing forward, okay? Now what Shakir is going to do is she's going to take a step with her right foot. Step forward. Good. Now, she's going to adjust her left leg back just a little bit. Okay? Come back a little bit more, Shakir. Now, make sure that toe stays up. All right? Good. Is that comfortable for you? Now, it all depends on what's comfortable for you, but this is your basic form for your lunge. All right? Go ahead and lunge. Push. Down and up. Now, here's the key. You want to keep the back straight, but you want to make sure that your knee doesn't extend over your toe. Right? All right, and you want to make sure that the opposite leg, you don't have to touch all the way down to the ground. I see a lot of people do that. Not really necessary, okay? All right, do another lunge for me. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to adjust Shakir's form just a little bit. So we're going to extend the right leg just a little bit. Good, now give me a lunge. Nice and balanced. Perfect. Now, if you find yourself teetering from side to side, what you need to do is have good core stabilization. So, Shakir, what I want you to do is pull your belly button in for me. Concentrate on your core. Now lunge. Perfect form. Feels better, right? Not wobbling from side to side. One more lunge. And relax. So, we've done the push-up. We've done the squats. We've done lunges. Basic movements that you can do at home or in the gym. So, one more exercise I want to show you. The lovely dumbbell curl. Anybody been to the gym and you see people doing this? Right? You ever seen that, Shakir? Yes. We're going to show you how to do dumbbell curls the right way. Okay. We're going to show you the forward position first, and then we're going to show you from a side view. Now, these are only 10 pounds. Not too heavy, right, Shakir? You do about 50, right? All right. So now, same thing. So go ahead, face forward for me, Shakir. Now, your stance here could be nice and relaxed. You want to make sure that your arms are in tight, elbows are back. All right, you ready? And get a nice curl. Okay, same thing. Coming down, good extension. Coming back up. Now, you don't want to bring, I see a lot of people do this. You don't want to do that. Okay, go ahead and do a wrong curl for me. Right, okay. Now, let's just say the weight is real heavy. Right, go. You see a lot of people do, that's incorrect. We don't want to do that. We don't want to put added pressure on the back of our lumbar region, okay, which is our spine. So we're going to switch the view for a minute. We're going to shift. All right, so now you can see from the side view. Keeping the arms in tight, making sure the elbows are back, and give me some good curls. Now, here's the one thing that I always want you to focus on is your breathing and core stabilization. How is that? That weight's too light for you. I wish I had 50 pounds for you. And relax. Good job, Shakir, good job. Okay. Now, you know what? Since you did such a great job, I've got one more move I want to show you, and then this will be the last one, okay? Yes. So we've done squats, push-ups. The last thing we're going to do is show you a shoulder press. So you're going to face it forward. Okay, same thing. Making sure your feet are a good distance apart. Okay, core stabilization. Going to bring your arms up, palms facing out. Okay, making sure that your arms are at a 90-degree angle right here. Okay, making sure your core is tight, and press up. Shoulder press up. Come back down. Up. Come back down. And when you're coming back down, make sure you keep it 90 degrees and relax. And here's the thing. Good job, Shakir. You always want to make sure that you're keeping a tight core and you're working on your breathing. These are exercises you can do at home in the gym. So remember, we're looking for progress, not perfection. So happy New Year to everybody, and let's take it one day at a time. Great job, guys. Thanks. Great job. Woo!
Thanks, Leona and D'Angelo, some great information. Your mental approach to your fitness goals can mean the difference between success and failure. Our guest trainer, Ron McDonald Jr. of Mind and Muscle Fitness, here to tell us you use the mental approach when you're working with your clients, right?
Absolutely. It says it in the name, mind and muscle, and that's specific in that. The mind comes before the muscle. So we're just incorporating, that mental aspect. You have to be dedicated, you have to be committed, you have to get your mind right and make sure you know what you're doing before you even venture off into doing any of the movements or exercises. And usually the first goal that I have for my clients is just show up, to even know that they have that mental approach.
Yeah, you definitely have to have the mental approach. And also here with you, your wife, Shakir, also another fitness enthusiast. And you tell me, the mental approach, how does the family support help with that mental approach when you're trying to reach fitness goals?
Well, I guess the family is the core. So the family that lifts together shifts together. So that's the way we look at it.
Well, plain and simple, the family that lifts together shifts together. What are some of the things you like to work with? When we come to your studio and we see you working, I see small groups. Why is that beneficial?
So I wanted to go away from the normal one-on-one training, but I believe, the one-on-one is fine because you get that individual approach, but also wanted to add that group dynamic. And people like to be in groups, socializing aspect, also for motivation. So keeping it in small groups, also keeping it individualized, just adds more to that excitement, helps with the motivation, and gets people to be more consistent and adhere for the long haul. Most of your goals, no matter if you want to lose weight, burn fat, get faster, all of those goals, everything comes back to being stronger, right? Get stronger is always the goal. So that's our focus, definitely for weight training.
And one of the things I like about the approach, Shakir, and we've talked about this with Ron before, it's mental, it is also the choice you make. So people have to mentally make the choice to be successful with their fitness.
Absolutely. Understanding that our bodies are not our own. We're equipped with bodies, and we have to make the most of them. So the spiritual element is important as well, and that goes with the mental. And Ron has incorporated faith into fitness as well, and that's a really important element I found to be very helpful for me personally.
So what advice would you give to the clients out there and our audience about faith, about choice, and about the mental approach?
That in order for us to do whatever we're called to do, we have to be in our best bodies. We can't do what we're called to do if we're not healthy, if we're not able to run, if we're not able to do the things that we're called to do. So being ready when we're called to be the things that we need to be, using our bodies for the special purposes that we were intended for. So it's important.
Ron, I would like you to piggyback off that a little bit more and expand upon it, because when you look at your Facebook page, when you look at the social media aspect of your business, you're always putting out motivational thoughts for people to use to help them with their training. Why do you do that? Do you really think it's making a difference?
I believe so. That's kind of where my heart lies, and that's what driving force. So motivation for me is the epitome of all of what we're doing. So if you don't have the proper motivation, it's not going to sustain you. We talked about earlier with New Year's resolutions and things of that nature. If you have the improper New Year's resolution or even focus on resolution and not the total long commitment for a lifetime, and your motivation is not proper or intact, it's not going to sustain you. So getting your motivation intact and making sure that you have a higher foundation and a higher goal of what you're reaching for and why you're actually exercising is going to be absolutely important. No matter what you want to attain in life, whether you want to write a book, be an actor, go to law school, travel the world, whatever it is what you want to do, health is going to be paramount in those goals. And so you have to be healthy. That's important.
And I think that's a great note for us to end on. Shakir, thank you so much for joining us on Fitness 365. Ron, thank you so much for joining us on Fitness 365. But before we leave, let everyone know how they can get in touch with you.
So you can reach me online, mindandmusclefitness.com. So that's www.mind, M-I-N-D, the letter N, musclefitness.com. I'll say that again, www.mind, M-I-N-D, N, musclefitness.com.
Thank you so much for being on the show, a different approach to training, showing you how the mental aspect is going to help you be successful. As we have said before, your physique is built in the kitchen. 85% of your success comes from what you eat. Dana McGee of Rebecca Bitzer and Associates has your nutrition tip.
Thank you, Joyce. Let's continue the conversation about keeping to your New Year's resolutions when it comes to nutrition. So I think that everybody's in the same boat with their New Year's resolutions. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's get healthy. So I think the best plan is to be planned and to be ready to prepare your meals and have everything you need to get your body to optimal nutrition. Today, what we're going to talk about are some simple staples that you can keep around to stock your work environment for your success throughout all of 2015, to stock at home in the refrigerator, snacks for school. So let's get started and take a look at what we have here. My favorite is the Chobani Flips. You get that good amount of protein, but you also get to flip in some things to make it a little crunchy and exciting. Comes in all different flavors. I actually haven't tried this one, so I'm very excited. I do like to recommend even just getting the party tray. Getting all of those fruits and vegetables pre-cut saves you time, energy. You don't have to wash them, cut them. Everything is ready to go. It's a lot of times worth the investment. Then you can take them and put them into smaller snack-sized bags, take them to work, get them ready for the kids when they're home from school. Another great one that people don't think of is oatmeal as being a quick, easy either snack or meal. I really just like getting the plain, quick oats. Takes a minute in the microwave, simply mix it with water, you're good to go. I also like to add pumpkin to it. I'm a big fan of pumpkin spice, so I'll put a couple tablespoons of pumpkin in, a little bit of brown sugar, cinnamon. You've got a pumpkin spice oatmeal. Everything keeps, so it's something to have on hand in those times where nothing is planned. The last crunchy snack I have here are roasted chickpeas. This is another one of my favorites. Kind of like nuts, you get that salty crunch, but it's made from chickpeas, so you also get that good fiber and that protein, so that's another tasty one. So I hope that these options help you when you tend to fall off track and you have a lot going on in your life, so that we can continue to make healthy choices, whether we're planning for it or whether we have to resolve to some of these emergency options. So thank you, Joyce. Back to you.
Welcome back. We've added a new segment to the show. Our fitness colleague, Elena Seven, will take us inside the world of celebrities and professional athletes to see how they stay fit. Here's a sneak peek at what to expect.
I'm so excited to be working on this new segment with you. It's called This Is How the Pros Do It. And we are going to feature some of our top local professional athletes, our top recruits and celebrities. They're going to be bringing us tips, nutrition, and some of their exercise moves that keep them at the top of their game. All of that action is coming at you on This Is How the Pros Do It. But for those of you who are wondering, who is she? Check this out.
Till I pass out. The shorty give me
Workout in the zone that is going to tap into your extra energy that you may be carrying or storage.
I be getting much and how to maintain. Get that money back and spend it on the same thing.
I decided that the winner to host my red carpet for SantaRose.com is Elena Set. So congrats to you, y'all. I see you Saturday, all right?
I don't want no mediocre, no. I want it bad, cause I don't want no mediocre. Don't want no mediocre, I don't want no mediocre, no. I want it bad, cause I don't want no mediocre. Don't want no mediocre, I don't want no mediocre, no. Bad mama cedars.
What's going on, y'all? That's the boy, Marion. Yeah, man, it's your boy Bow Wow, man. You already know what you watching.
Yeah, what's up with it, y'all? It's your main man, Chingy, the #1 Get It Boy, and right now I'm hanging out with Elena 7.
Elena is great.
Yes, it's your girl, Alina 7. Hey, that's the boot camp, Alina 7. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Later. Hey, Joyce, yes, This Is How the Pros Do It comes at you next month. And guess what? We're going to have a top former NBA player who lives right here in our area. We're actually going to go on the court with him. He's going to be showing me some of his old former, NBA moves. And he's going to take us in the fitness gym. So I'm bringing you all that action next month. Tune in next month. All of that action is coming at you right here at This Is How the Pros Do It. Later. I'm Alina 7. I'll see you guys back at the studio. Bye.
That's going to do it for this edition of Fitness 365. You can now watch us on our new website, laureltv.org. Leave questions and comments for Leona and D'Angelo. Also, how can they reach you?
Once again, you can reach me at advancedsportsperformance.com. That's ADVANCED sportsperformance.com. And social media, Advanced Sports Performance on Instagram and Advanced Sports on Twitter.
And Leona, how can they get in touch with you?
All right, conversionfitness@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at FitAthlete365 and on Instagram at conversionfitness.
And remember, to help you with your fitness goals, these guys are going to be offering online coaching, workout plans, and training sessions at a discounted rate for the Fitness 365 family. And D'Angelo, online coaching, one of your specialties.
Absolutely. I work with athletes around the world and around the country via online delivery. But we want your feedback. We want your questions, so visit us at laureltv.org. Give us your questions so that we can address that in future episodes.
And Leona, I know you also work with a lot of clients online all across the country.
Yes. I have what we call body management plans. So if you're looking to increase your eating, increase your whole total wellness, and we can create that for you.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being on Fitness 365. Another good show. And remember, be happy and be healthy. Welcome to 365. No, that's not what it is.
Don't be nose breathing.
Welcome back to Yeah.
Give me a tip on not eating too much and gaining those extra pounds during the holidays.
Enjoy your day.
Coming up next month on Fitness 365, and I'm going to do that again. Coming up next month on what is it?
Fitness 365.
Okay, guys, I'm coming over to talk to you. Now, Latrice, you're sweating.
Yes.
You're trying to take your jacket off, but you're the one that made the mistake of telling them there's no such thing as a hard workout.
Right.
Did you get a good workout?
I got a great workout.
Burn some calories?
I burned a lot of calories today.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you take a break. You go ahead and take your jacket off and go sit down and get some water. Good job. Good job. Are detoxes fake? Yeah. Seriously?
Yeah.
They don't work?
All that mess. Especially, they have the things for the feet. The toxins come out of your feet. You're not a poisonous tree frog. Come on, that means you would kill yourself licking your sweat. Get out of here.